All right, let's just jump right in. So we have a bunch of themes for a bunch of different kids, actually. The first thing we have, this is the last book. Oh, it's got a wonky page. This is the last book for the, sorry, my camera's having trouble focusing, for the Evolution of Morality from Dante to Turgenev. This is the one I spoke about that has the nihilistic character, Nihilistic. And this is the thrift book version, so it's like $4, $5. So this is for my 11th grader. And then in that same package, we have, these are some markers that was recommended by Celeste, who is one of the founding members, leadership of the CMEC. And this goes along with a notebook that I will be showing you. Hopefully it's here as well. They're just like really micro liner pens she recommended a while ago for record keeping purposes. This is one of the books for Memory Press second grade, and obviously very convenient for this upcoming election year. And I think this is a series because they also have Scheduled B's for bagpipes, which I haven't been able to get a copy of. This, I think, is new, a new book for like $5. There was also, I tried to get these used, but they're harder to find because they're kind of not like mass produced, if that makes sense. But anyway, box. My tripod's still a little bit wonky, so that's why I'm doing stuff at odd angles. I'll just move this over here. And actually, I could show you guys a couple more pages in here in case. So this is, it has all the letters of the alphabet. So E is for elections. G, ancient Greek for demos, democracy. Then it has H, House of Representatives. I for immigration. J for justice, judicial branch. So I'm really excited about that, honestly. Now, next box. Okay, cool. So this is for my 10th grader. This is a psychology text. So she had said she didn't want to do a live synchronous online class and wanted to do like a book. This is a pretty substantial one. You can't really access the sample of this online, so I'm not sure if this is going to work or not, but they had one that was not a homeschool version as well. And the reason why I got this was because some of the curriculum I've seen that does psychology kind of narrows too much in on self-identity and things like that, whereas I wanted like a more holistic picture of like a Psych 101. And there are many online classes, but I wanted to see what this was like. And so this looks pretty much like what I was looking for. I did take 2 classes in psychology in college, so I feel like I have some baseline background to guide, and I'm just going to show you guys the table of contents. And this looks like exactly what I was looking for. There is one that's called psychology, and it's not homeschooling. I don't know what the difference is. I couldn't tell from the Amazon description. I'm just reading this right now. And so this looks pretty comprehensive. Okay. So this is just a very straight up textbook. I guess we would do like a notebooking approach with this. There might be some sort of study guide or something. Let me see if there's... This is the back of it. Thorough coverage. Just want to see if I can find a like a set of questions or something to go with this. And there's lots of vocabulary in here. Really remarkable. Okay. So anyway, this is what we're going to try, and I'll see if I can get some sort of like lesson plan or thing, or I guess we'll just read it and go from there. Maybe I could find like a not specific lesson plan for that. And this is another Memoria Press book, science, obviously. Really like these. Let's read and find out. And then this is the other thing that Celeste recommended. Let's see if I can get it open. This is a Moleskine. I don't know how that's properly pronounced. And she shared, I think she hopefully shared it into her, saved it into her highlights, how she lesson plans and record keeps. I guess it's called a logbook, how she does that. So what she does is she has, and this is actually the wrong one. So that's frustrating. So hers is with dots, which is what I thought this was going to be. I apparently ordered the wrong one. She has one of these page layouts for each child, and then she uses these markers and sets up a grid. So that's what I was hoping to do. But now that I've completely opened this, I won't be able to return it, so I'll have to find another use for this or figure it out. Okay, next. This book just came today, which I'm very excited about. Go. Okay, this I ordered about a month ago, and I have mentioned this in my prior videos. So this is Teaching Waldorf Mathematics, 1st through 8th grade. And this is the table of contents, and what I was specifically looking for would be the class 4 and 5. Here we go, examples. So let's go to page 63. And as you can see, it goes through 8th grade. So this is kind of more of like a pedagogical book. So this is the type of direction that I was looking for. It's like different examples of things, what to write, examples in classes 4 and 5. Here we go, class 4 drawing. So this is kind of similar to the other Waldorf math book that I've seen. This I've seen in several different ones. So this doesn't exactly explain how to do it either, but this is kind of like an overview, I guess, of the different things. So I'm not sure if this is what I was looking for, but I will definitely look through it, and I'll probably keep it just for my education. But anyway, I waited about a month for this to come. And then this is even more exciting. And when I show you who it's from, you'll know if you're a Waldorfer. Okay, Jamie York. And there's a handwritten address on here, which I feel like is very exciting. Okay, so this is an ad. If you don't know, he has an online academy. It has language arts and social studies and all sorts of amazing things for high schoolers even. Check that out. We haven't done any of the classes, but I trust the value. This I was looking for the same. Let me look at the table of contents. Again, you can't really find this online. The sample, okay, 5th grade, page 80. Okay, so lesson plan outline tells you the steps, overview of the child in 5th grade, curriculum summary, and recommended reading for 5th grade math. That's helpful. Lessons and topics for 5th grade math. And he also has workshops online for specific grades and specific topics. So if that's something you're interested in, I may do that eventually, but I have 6 kids, so my time is limited. I like to have books because I can do them when I can. So anyway, this is kind of just like really helpful oversight. See, look, it says here's a German book that has many beautiful drawings. So I'm just going to look through this. Okay, that's great. So this is kind of like finding a blog post basically with all of this goodness in it. So that is very helpful to me because I'm trying to teach more Waldorfy math. And that, I think, is the last Waldorf math thing. So if you're like, oh my God, enough with the Waldorf math, that's not what I'm here for. I think that's it. That's the last book that I have ordered and that I anticipate getting. All right. And then here we have Feimer Giles of Ham. This is the second read aloud book for the Memoria Press read alouds that we are doing. So this was really hard to find. I could not find a used copy. I could not find this through the library app. It was really surprisingly hard to find and pretty expensive considering how small it is. I think this went out of print is why. This is not as easy to get as like Lord of the Rings or whatever. Then we have the more budget Beeswax crayons. I got these for my 7-year-old because our crayons are constantly disappearing and I didn't want to get the Stockmar ones and lose those. So here are these. If we do join a charter, I'll be stocking up again on Stockmar. And then this, I've shared this on Instagram and Facebook. So the story behind these are 20-minute candles. And when you look on Instagram, they look like the size of a normal taper candle. They're called meditation, but my thought process was let's get them for like lesson. Like, okay, so in Waldorf, they may light a candle during story time. And then you know that when the candle's lit, like that's when we're doing lessons. So I was looking for beeswax candles, which are, expensive, which makes sense because bees have to make the honey. But these were what I found. And it was so funny because a couple of you guys sent me that it arrived and like this is how big it is. So this is a 20-minute candle, and it's funny when you're expecting something the size of a taper candle, and this is how big it is. So, and I guess you have to like melt it on there. This is the 20-minute candle. So that's kind of like the funny inside joke. I have several friends that have now ordered these, and we all have these little tiny candles that are going to burn for 20 minutes. So nobody has burned them yet. So I don't actually know if it lasts for 20 minutes. So that's next on my agenda. And I will put my affiliate link in the description for these if you're interested. They're just on Amazon. I'm sure you could find other options, but if you want to be part of that silly little inside joke, and here's the directions. That's cool. Oh, you press it into the holder. That's cool. So that's something we're going to try instead of like a timer, like we're lighting the candle. Now lessons are beginning. So that's what's up with that. And we have, okay, so this is a little inexpensive main lesson book from Amazon. It's really hard to find main lesson books on there because probably there's not a lot of Waldorf sellers. This is like $5. I really wanted to get these for our geometry so that we could have all of the drawings in one place. So I just got a couple of those. I will be doing an order with paper, scissors, stone for more main lesson books. I had a couple, but I cannot find them. And it's so important to me to keep these things, to do them like in a proper way, and then you can store it easier and it's not just loose papers and things like that. Also, if we do get into another charter, we will be doing classes with Lotus and Ivy, so we would need main lesson books for that as well. So this is what we have in the meantime. I got a couple of them that I already opened because we were doing form drawing. Then we have One Morning in Maine. This is another Memoria Press. I think this is a literature read aloud for 2nd grade. And these McCloskey books are pretty hard to find, except for Blueberries for Sal. That one's easy to find. But some of these older books are even hard to find used copies, probably because it's, all the same folks using the same curriculum looking for them. And then this is our last box. This is exciting to me because if you guys recall, I recently shared, I think I shared on here that we got these How to Be Good at Science workbooks, which went with the Bookshark How to Be Good at Science like textbook. So this was like a proposed ad thing to me on Amazon, and I got this as a backstop, which if you haven't heard me talk about that before, it's basically the concept of like, you have all of your lovely curriculum that the teacher needs to teach, and you have lesson plans and all of these things that you have to do with your children, and it takes advanced planning and effort. But what do you do when mom needs to run an errand? Or what do you do when somebody has a doctor's appointment or a dentist appointment or things like that? Or mom is going to the gym or something like that, and you want dad to be able to give the kids work and get homeschooling done. So I have these various backstops. Another example would be like a science or social studies workbook. But math in particular, I have struggled to prepare the materials for times when I'm not necessarily available. So I really wanted to have an easy backup. So that is what these are. And this will be reinforcing concepts. So I don't expect the workbook to teach these concepts to my children. That does not work. Math is not something that kids can just figure out. They need to have instruction and help. So this is more of a like, okay, so you know how to do long division, go do the pages of long division, or go do area. So this is actually all fourth grade stuff if you're unfamiliar with standards. This is 4th through 6th. So some of this stuff should be very easy if you have a 5th grader, but if you have a 4th grader, you will need to teach it. This stuff we just finished, the 8 through 10 geometry with moving beyond the page. So this is 4th grade stuff. This might be 5th grade because here you're calculating angles. I mean, 6th grade, not 5th grade. And then same thing here. So it may be the case that this goes from 4th through 6th, and I will flip back to the beginning in a second to see if it says. So this is for my 5th grader. Yeah, it doesn't say. So if you're interested in this book, I would look at what the math standards are for your student's grade before deciding which one of these to get and deciding which assignments to give them. That is for 4th through 6th. And then this is the 2nd through 3rd grade. Again, same thing, but for my 2nd grader. And so this is 3rd grade, I think. So some of this stuff, it definitely does seem to be pushing the boundaries of these standards, or at least what I've seen. And then this is like the precursor to area, right? And moving beyond the page literally does this type of stuff. So I'm happy to see this because I feel like if you're doing that on a daily basis and you see this, it won't be like, oh my gosh, what is that? Although this was 7 to 9, which I think is 3rd grade. Oh yeah, this is a 3rd grade workbook. So, okay. That's interesting. And I think there's a little sample of this on Amazon. This, my 10-year-old was interested in. This is his current favorite obsession. We have moved on from Rubik's Cubes, and so he really likes this author because the books are not too long. I found a whole stack of them at the library, and he was like not interested. So that's what this book is for. Definitely not me. But I thought that would be fun to get and include in our little haul. And I do recommend those books if you have a child that's trying to improve in chess. And he practices online, chess.com and ChessKid. Okay, and then this last one is the last Memoria Press science book for this haul. I think this one is new. I ordered a couple of used books through Amazon. They're the same sellers that are on Thrift Books, but you can't necessarily find these on Thrift Books because not everybody sells on there. So that is everything that I got for this haul. I only have two more things I will be purchasing. But they're like curriculum packages, so those will be in their own separate videos because I have made some changes based on these curriculum. Publishers are killing me with releasing things late, and they're like so much more suited for what I was looking for, so I have to pivot. Anyway, this is probably my last Amazon haul for a while unless we get into a charter, and then I will be purchasing the entire Memoria Press 2nd grade literature as well as various Waldorf art supplies and perhaps significant packages from Moving Beyond the Page because the charter has them as a preferred curriculum, so you have to order it. But anyway, until then, I will just show you quickly what we got in this order. And I will say thank you guys for watching. And if you do order these absurdly small candles, please let me know and take a picture and tag me in it, because I just think it's so hilarious ordering a candle online and thinking it's going to be a certain way and then it's not. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.